What's going on? What's up, studs? What is going on in the hood? All right. Dude, we got shit going on. Let's do it. We got, as they say, man, things to do, people to see, something along that end. Fuck, sorry for being a few minutes late. I fucking woke up at the butt crack of dawn today. Get this fucking shit going. Get this shit going. Dude, there's small cap PRs like all over the place. Fuck, I had this thing at 3:30 too. I fucked this up. Fuck. Woo. All right. FCell. Hey, what's the other one? You got FCell, BLDP. They all kind of run together. Da-da-da-da. All right. Dude, there's a lot of stuff going on. Hey, guys, so, looks like we've got a little action in the markets over here as, the old memes have come back here, led by GME. It started picking up steam about 3, 4 in the morning. You ended up with the flag pattern, and now, I took out pre-market highs, and it's been off to the races. And you can see over here, right, like you're still building out some levels. I don't think this is something you chase. Usually these kind of names, like you want to hit them in the pre-market on the first flags. Then if not, like once it gets fast and loose, you got to kind of leave it alone. AMC, same thing, right? You kind of pull back. Now you're starting to round up a little bit. It was a little bit more orderly in the pre-market. Now you're kind of getting a little bit fast and loose. But the good thing is, they are pushing around pretty much every kind of PR, small cap, mid cap PR around. Dude, this butt plug had a PR out. This thing came out over here. It just read like $1 billion loan. Dude, I fucked up. And then, dude, it's been off to the races. They push these things hard. This is the season to do these things. Normally, this PR, by the way, Plugs had this kind of PR out like fucking 100 times. And, most of the time, it does nothing or it goes down. But today, right, when the cycles change, then the PRs, they end up with a little bit more juice to them. So we've got a lot of action going on. Let's start building out what we got to build out, because frankly, there should be a little hootenanny today. And we also had PPI come out. Let me see what's going on this PPI train here real quick. Let me see what's going on the PPI train here real quick. Oh, ASTI receives. Man, this might be one of these penny stocks that gets picked up too. GMF, NatGas low. In the first of these two, the monthly increase both line were above the forecast. 0.5 versus 0.3, 0.5 versus 0.2 for April. These unfavorable inflation beats are offset by a notable revision to the prior data, of course. That's to be expected. 43 maintain level. Oh, that's not good. All right, so we got a little hootenanny today, guys. We got a little bit of a hootenanny. Man, let's go fucking do this. Hold on. Let me fluff my coffee real quick. All right. Yeah, this ASTI just had a PR out. But the solars are hot this morning. You can see here, led by old SPWR, the blast from the past. The blast from the past. Dudes, that's some nice stuff right here. So if this starts to push through, guys, we're going to have, maybe a little bit of some action in solars today. So we're going to have to keep an eye on these. So I would build out, like, if we're looking for solars, right, you want really the cheapest ones if this thing is going. So I'd go with Maxon, right? Maxon, we'll see if this gets any liquidity in it. It's up already 20%, but I wouldn't put that much stock in that. You go with Maxon. JKS is a Chinese one. Airy. EMPH is going to be too expensive. Shedig too expensive. So I think SPWR is probably the main one that'll have like kind of the mix of things. Let's take a look here. I got a little bit of list. So they have some Nova. I forgot about Nova. So we can add in Nova, Maxon. We want all the cheapies. Damn, Sun is gone. Shoals, man. SPI, that's an old former runner. And Soul. Let me see here. SPI, Soul. These are all former, right? Momentum ones. You see in the COVID days, this thing went from $1 to $35 very quick. So what we want to be doing is, if we're reliving those good times, right? If we're reliving those good times, we want to kind of look left and just take an inkling of what was moving around over there, right? What was moving around back then? What was having fun? It's like this one did it. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, this one did it. All right, during that time too, right? This thing went from $4 to $60. So you got a couple of these things. Now, guys, the big question is, does the bag drop when the market opens? We see this sometimes quite a bit, which is like, and when you see these kind of actions, you kind of want to wake up in the pre-market and start hitting them. Because if you don't hit them in the pre-market, sometimes they rug them right at the open because they've already used up like half the damn room. So just something to kind of keep mind of, when you see these kind of names, like, a lot of these are going to use up some of the room. They sometimes will rug them all at the open. You don't necessarily know. Sometimes they keep going, but a lot of times they rug them at the open. So this happened in COVID times too. It was the early bird gets the worm, and then the rest of the day, everybody's off chasing, right? Everybody's off chasing 40% gaps. Like, what do you want to do, right? Are you going to be the first or the last to the gangbang? Always better first, right? Always better first. Unless you're not that good looking, then, you got maybe a little bit of tummy to lose. Then, of course, you got to take what you get, right? You got to take what you get. But for everybody else, look at this thing. We got a nice level that's setting up here. Woo! Let's add some of these bad boys. Tupperware making moves. BlackBerry potentially. You got AMC, got GME. And this won't last very long, guys. You're talking about maybe a handful of days. Even see this VFS, like you had some good God-fearing Christian moves over here. Even something like this can get picked up because, it was $90. You come all the way down into twos, this could get a bid real easy. So let's start adding a couple of these. Look at Hollow. So this is just a small cap bonanza, but the moves are happening what? In the pre-pres, right? So you got to kind of just be mindful of that. And Hollow is also like a little bit of a little cult name. It's got a history of pumping and dumping, and probably today's going to be no different. But money's money, right? Money's money. You got to kind of take them as you see. So as you start seeing these momentum names, right, just start making flags like this Cove, right? Start making, damn, this thing looked dead yesterday. It picked up some steam in the pre-market. You could see yesterday, it got pushed on pretty low volume and then just sat around. But this one always, like if you go left, right, this thing ran to fucking $130 back in the day. Armando, it always happens. If you have, do you see what AMC was doing in the after hours? It kept grinding higher and higher, right? It closed in the fives, started grinding higher after hours. Like that's always the, they always do that. You're not gonna get a red to green move on meme stocks. You're not gonna get red to green moves, guys, on meme stocks ever. They're like, you will get the red to green move on meme stocks, but they happen in the pre-market. So it's like a sucker's bet, right? If you just are like, hey, I'm gonna wake up at, because the market's doesn't really open at 9:30, right? The market opens much earlier than that. I had to use Webull today. My E-Trade was still, I didn't trust it after yesterday. Good, so this is looking decent. Let's take a look here, see what else we got here. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Zephram, what's up? You can see here, you're building out this level, but dude, you really want to hit this thing up $50? Probably not. All right. We got to move on. So what you want to do today, guys, you want to watch GME and AMC, but you don't want to chase these up 100%, right? So what you do is you keep them up, but then you're going to hit the offshoots of it, right? You want to hit the offshoots of it. So like, all right, like we can't chase this shit. So, all right, you start watching these. All right, which other ones of its friends start getting the bid? Right? Like something like Spaceballs, for example, right? If you remember back in the day, dude, Spaceballs had an incredible run to $65. And it's got a sick name, right? Space, right? So this is something like we can still participate in, right? Old butt plug. This thing ran to $80 during this time. Dude, what a time to fucking be alive, right? Went to $80 during that time. So now this thing's been left for dead. Right, you got a PR out today. Already 30 million shares in volume. That's where, right? That's where we want to be. That's where we want to kind of come in, right? We want to come in on some of these. If these solars are going, look at fucking Big Lots, dude, Big Lots. This been going down for quite some time, man. What's a better retail store than Big Lots? Big Lots is a magical place, man. Big Lots is a magical place. This is where this is where we found our footing in America. We love Big Lots. We'll support Big Lots to the end. This is like the GME of retail stores. Yeah, let's see if this one gets any volume too. Add it. We're going to narrow the list down in a little bit. But today, if the bid stays, and we don't necessarily know if it does, but if the bid stays, then, it becomes like a little bit of hot potato, right? You got to be on the fucking Twitters and got to be checking everything. Get your scanners all going. Dust out those news scanners. We haven't had to use our news scanners. Like this trade exchange was really helpful this morning because, you never get good trades off news scanners. But when a lot of things are going and a lot of PRs are coming, then all of a sudden this thing was fucking firing off PRs like a motherfucker. Hey, plug PR, top going, this one going. And so that's the good thing is, sometimes you got to bite the bullet and just pay for a fucking news service they're like 30-40 bucks a month, right? But like it'll get you, you always make your money back very, very quickly. So like everything has been fired off. So we want to get a little bit of this. Hey, somebody check the short interest on BYND. This actually, out of all of them, this has fallen the most. It's up 18%. Anybody got a short interest on this one? Don't make me fucking fire up my old Benzinga here. Don't make me do it. All right, I'm doing it. Hold on, you lazy motherfuckers. Da, 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 da. Fucking 500 people in a chat room and nobody can fucking Google something. White people are lazy, but this is a whole new level. This is a whole new level. White people lazy. You guys got to go back to your colonial days where you're conquering the world. You know, back then when the Brits were running around conquering people, if I said, hey, somebody look up the short interest on BYND, they would have been like, yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's get out there. But now it's like, you know, 500 people in a room. You ask somebody to look up some short interest. You got only Mark Leiter, the dependable one. Let's see. We got 22 million shares, so about 36% of the float. You guys got to get back to your colonizing days. This is just bullshit. Boom, 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 boom. That's right, Chris. 36% of the flow, 22 million shares. That ain't so bad. That ain't so bad. Let's see what we got on BlackBerry. BlackBerry is a little bit of a thicker stock, 500 million share float, so it's probably not going to move as well. Let me see what we got on Plug. We got to just check all these real quick. Butt plug. Okay. So butt plug, you got 26%. Not too bad. Not too bad. BYND, 22 million out of 62. You guys, and you know, some of the data is a little bit old too, so you gotta kind of like, if it says 40, you know, you got to think like probably like a little bit of that, because probably just right now so many covered, right? You got 36%. Dun, 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 dun. 59% on SPWR. Now that makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. This one's been beaten down for a lot of time. Yeah, they're losing money. That's perfect for a short squeeze. That's what you want. Dude, not bad. Let's add that. Add it to the list. Hey, Tobias, how you been, brother? 25% on big. Yeah, TC2000 used to have this data, but they've been really lame about it lately. Hey, guys, what was that stock that was like the Chinese stock that went to like 2,000 and then crashed all the way back down to $1? HKD. I wonder if that, let's see if that thing's popping around. 17%. No shorts on this. Probably it's too hard to borrow. It's the float on this. Damn, that's not really our style. All right, cool. I got an idea on what we got to do here. I think PLCE might have some shorts in it, but the liquidity stinks on this. Nova, this I'm into, right? Nova, I'm into. If SPWR hangs out and keeps it going, Nova got, this is probably the one then. Nova's got 43% short. It's got 43% of the float short. And you're like right at a nice sweet spot. Let's go, like if you go yearly chart, 2-year chart, it was $30. 5-year chart, $55. This is what we're kind of looking for. This is a Buenos Noches. Let's add this bad boy. And then Maxon's 50%, 50% of the float short. So you got both of these bad boys. Both of these bad boys, if you look at their kind of longer term charts, right? They've come an incredible way. 35 down to the 2s. I mean, these are no-brainers to add to the watch list. If you're going to squeeze something, you're going to squeeze something that's good. And Chris is mentioning, there's some news out on tariffs for the China. So that's going to also, right? So you got all sorts of doohickeys happening. Thank you, Danny. So you got some tariffs coming too. No, Solars love a good tariffs. So let's add this one. I think that's probably, both of these are top of the list. Dude, I think Nova looks a little bit better. They both look juicy. That's right, Birdman. That's right, baby. All right, so let's add all those. We're going to get this thing organized. Guys, there's 2 earnings plays that I want to talk to you guys about today. Number 1, we have Onan. Onan up 15%, obviously, compared to, trading some memes. Hey, seriously, why don't they call it meme instead of meme? Like, I thought it was meme for years till my sister corrected me. But look at this thing. 1 test, 2 tests, 3 tests, 4 tests, 5 tests. Coming right off support here. Oof. This is nice. Real nice. So you got a big level that's right here. That's a Buenos. Let's add that. And then SE, not like anything sexy yet, but China stocks are kind of coming back in flavor. This is actually a Singaporean stock, but same shit. Dude. All right. Let's add this too, guys. So I got SE, Onan, right, for 2 earnings plays. These are looking Buenoses. Hey, what other stocks were getting hit on those or getting picked up on those tariffs? What else do they say in that PR? So let me look that up for me real quick. Hey, IRBT, this thing was probably, I put this on the watch list, but it's already just took off fucking pre-market. Dude. Hey, so look, the reason I say Lucid, Rivian took off yesterday, still going today. This had this huge push, right? 950 at 11. Let's see what kind of short interest we got in Rivian. It's got to be nasty. Yeah, 18%. Woo. These are the Tour de Jours. Blink 182, Blast from the Past. This used to be $65. Triple D. Damn, this is This is a pure game of hot potato today. We're going to have to start getting a little bit organized here. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Let's get a little bit organized. We got butt plug. We got Spaceballs. We got BB, Onan, Nova. Invex, yeah, we can do. Let's go max in on the second 6 windows. Bump, bump, bump. Spaceballs, I think we got to add too. Probably Rivian. Dudes. This is a Buenos, and it is a Noches. It's a Buenos Noches, fun time all the time. Let's go space butt plug. Space butt plug. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think you could probably do CVNA if you want. Oof. This is holding up too. Good. This is holding up too. Maybe look, if we on this one, if we get a little bit of a dip off at the open, and then we take out the pre-market high, I think that should be enough to kind of trigger this thing into a very nice little breakout. Let's see if it just dips off just a tad. We'll see this on the hot ones. We'll see this a lot. Man, they make some ugly shoes. Anybody got any Onan shoes? I feel like you got Onan shoes. You probably got some nice stuff at Williams and Sonoma too. You're really living. Cloud shoes. And guys, just word to the wise, this baby's coming like any day. So if you start to hear all sorts of weird noise in the house, we're streaming this birth, baby. We're having a home birth. So this thing's happening right in the living room, baby. Venmo me $10 and we Venmo me $10, baby, and I'll let you guys take part. Oddly, it is happening in the living room, so I can keep trading. But you can Venmo me. I'll let you take a sneak peek. Got to do what you got to do, Jordan. These kits cost money. Hey, Lance, you can hit me up anytime, brother. We're always at. Or you can email me if you ever want to chit chat. Dude. Butt plug, BLDP, F-Cell. If this butt plug gets nutty, dude, I wouldn't mind. That cell normally does about 100 million shares. Man, what a blast from the past. And then this one probably has a little bit better chart. What was the other one that we used to do back in the day? Blink 182. Let me check, Kelsey. I've been on all these dad blogs. to try to fit the car seat in the Porsche. And it looks like it can be done. There's even a little button for it. But I need a small one. But I think this kid's gonna be a giant because all Miranda does is eat ground beef. Oh yeah, there's a whole community of dads with 911s. RKT, yeah, you can do it. Top. All right. We can add, we can subset all of these. Top, Nokia, BB, RKT. Guys, this is almost too many to watch. So what you really want to do is have your couple proxies and then find a few that you can that have liquidity. And look, you don't even have to trade this stuff. Let me just say something when these kind of like meme things happen. There'll be like, say you got 100 people. There's going to be like 5 guys that make a whole shitload of money. And then there's going to be 90 people that bought things and then sold it quickly and just took the gains. And they're like, yes, I got some gains, right? And then you're going to have a handful of people that just got fucking smoked out. So it's not, it's not always like, you get all this stuff moving around and everybody's making money. No, you get 100 people, even good traders, 5 people will wipe it up. And, most people, like when they see gains, right? Like you take them quickly and so on and so forth. That's just the nature of the game, myself included. Like this, I don't make like abnormally more money when this stuff happens. It just is more fun. But, on the other side things, guys, Tesla's got to cut a bid today too. So we have some stuff here that we need to be mindful of, right? You got Tesla catching a bid, Google catching a bid. So you got a couple of these bad boys that are looking pretty good on the large cap side. It's not obviously going to be as fun as this stuff. It's not going to be as fun as this stuff, but it's all there. It's all there for the taking today. Whew. Just don't get any FOMO. Don't worry about the open. These things will probably dump off for a hot second, or they might even continue for just a little bit of time. And then, whatever. They flag, they base, we'll do stuff, and we get it going. We get it going. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Let me see this bad boy. Yeah, I think both of these are going to be both Juicy McGee's. Let's add both. I think we had both of them. I think we had both of them. Okay. Yeah, let's move our 6 windows around, guys. Today, you're going to probably need two 6 windows layouts. You need 2 6 window layouts, and then, we shred. I think I'm going to have to whip out all the fucking scanners and shit today. All right, let's go have some fucking fun today. You know what we got to do. Let's fucking do it.